In this video, we will take a look at a program that can be used to integrate ChatGPT into Kali Linux named as a Shell GPT. Shell GPT can be used to convert our natural language into a shell commands with the help of an OpenAI. Shell GPT integrates with OpenAI, which helps Shell GPT in generating the commands. Since OpenAI is used in the background, first we need an API key in order to use the Shell GPT. So without wasting our time, let's start this by installing some packages along with an API integration. For that, first we need to go to our terminal where we are going to install our first program, which is going to be in JQ. Basically, a JQ is a JSON parser which are going to parse the data, JSON data inside our Linux environment. So in order to do that, we need to use the command which is going to be a sudo apt and then install and the JQ. Okay, we'll type enter over here, and if it prompt, we'll provide our sudo password. In order to install that, I'll just enter it real quick, and I misspelled the password. Maybe I just re-enter the password real quick, type enter, and it will gonna install all the packages and the dependency in order to run this application or a program. Okay, so as you can see over here, JQ is already at the newest version, which is in my system it's 1.7.1, and if you install it as well, your version will be the same 1.7.1. okay, and it will gonna install all the packages and the dependency inside your system as well. Okay, so after installing that, what we need is we need to go back to our browser where we are going to integrate for the API. Okay, in order to do that, you have to first go into the platform openapi.com, and from there you need to sign up using the desired information. And after signing up and verifying your account, what you need to do is you need to navigate yourself to the API key over here. Okay, and once you will go over there, and you will find a create new secret key tab over there. I had already created it because I wanted to testify that, so I had used it and created this. You can also do that by clicking on that create new secret key button, and you can supply the name of your choice. Okay, I've used the Shell GPT over here because I in future I'll remember the API I had used it for the Shell GPT only. Okay, this is purely optional. You can choose the name of your choice, but I'm going to ignore this because I had already used it. After clicking on the secret key, the API will get generated and you can copy it from here. Okay, so I had already done that, and after generating the API key, you can copy it to somewhere in your system where you can use it in the further use. Okay, so after the API integration and the JQ installation, what you need to do is you need to go back again to your terminal, and inside the terminal, what we need is we need to install the next package, which is going to be the Shell GPT. Okay, and in order to do that, because we know that it is in Python program, we need a Python package manager, which is going to be a pip. For that, I'll use the pip command. So pip is going to be the command, and I'm going to install the package, which is going to be a Shell GPT. So I'll just use shell, and then we'll say in GPT, I'll press enter over here, and it will definitely gonna install all the packages and the dependency which are going to run the Shell GPT in the background, right? And it depends on the internet speed of your internet provider, your ISP provider. It will be a very quick installation. It may take a while, right? And as you can already see, all the dependencies and the packages are already installed in my system. As you can see, a requirement already satisfied for all the dependency and the packages, so it will gonna ignore everything. But in your system, it will gonna install all these things, and it will gonna build all these things inside your system as well. Okay, after installing the packages, what you need to do is you need to go in the directory where the package is installed, the pip package, right? So in order to do that, what you can do is you can use this material assign over there, and from there you can use the local /bin. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I have used it incorrectly, and I need to do that like that. Okay, so now I am in the local bin, and if I ls over here, you can see the SGPT is now reflecting over here. I can use the SGPT from here as well, but I need to move around in my system and I want the SGPT to be working everywhere, right? And in order to do that, we need to define it in define the path of this inside our machine, right? So in order to do that, what I'll do is I'll just simply CP over here. Before that CP, I need to provide the permission, the sudo permission to it. So I'll just say CP to it, and I'll say the name of the program which I wanted to copy out. So in the scenario, this is going to be CG, SG, and PT. And after that, what I'll do is I'll just say the directory where I wanted these things to get stored. This is going to be user. I forgot why I supplied the double slash instead of a single slash. I don't know. Anyways, so let's say local slash bin now, and I'm going to press enter over here. And if I now go to the user local bin directory, I'll just say pwd over here. And, what I need to do is I can do that as well, right? Or maybe I can okay, I'll do this. I'm in my home directory. From here I can go in user as well, and from there also I can go to there to this directory by supplying this command, which is going to be cd user local. What I'll do is I'll just go into the same directory, which is going to be that, because I don't want to confuse you guys. So I'll just say local, and then okay, again I had provided the wrong command. Okay, so this is the directory where my SGPT was listed, right? So as you can see over here, from here I wanted to copy this to there, right? And as you can see over here, I had already copied this to my user local bin. So I'll just copy out this one, and I'll just say cd to my user local bin. So now I'm in my user local bin, right? Assuming that you have never used a Linux before, right? So anyways, so if I ls now, and you can see the SGPT is now in my local bin directory, right? Where I can able to execute it without a Python, without supplying the Python or anything like that. So after doing this, what I need to do is I can go anywhere in my system. So I'll just prefer working in my home directory, which is Kali for this instance. And from here, I'll just supply an SGPT. Okay. So if I type enter over here, and you can see this is working fine as it should. And the first time you will supply this SGPT in your system, it will prompt you for the API key, which I had already provided it. This API key, I had already provided it. But in your scenario, you haven't done that, so you need to paste your API key and press enter. And you need to ignore an error which is saying missing string prompt or something like that. You need to ignore that, and once you will be once you have supplied the API key, you are good to go. And after all the installation and everything, what you need to do is you need to say SGPT and tag help. Okay. And after the help menu, you are able to see a bunch of stuff in your system as well. Okay, something like that. And you can see the usage, SGPT, option prompt, and everything like that. But ignore everything from now. I'll just tell you how simple it is, right? So I'm going to expand this a bit so that you can see what am I typing over here. So I'll say there are only two modules. Okay, so there are only two options which are mainly of use, and I don't say it other are not of use, but they are also useful. But for the beginner, you just need two options over here, right? And for that, what I'll do is I'll just say SGPT, and I'll just use a chat option. And what a chat option does is it will provide you the desired information of the things what you wanted, right? There are two options basically. There is a chat option and there is a shell option. What a shell option does is it provides you the command, the shell commands what you will require to work in the CLI operations, right? And what a chat does is it will provide you the information where you are if for instance, let's assume that you have never used a Linux and you don't know how to what nmap does, right? So how you will able to do that? So in order to do that, you can only you can supply a prompt over here, which is going to be an argument, and after the argument you can supply everything inside the double quotes, right? This is the usage or the syntax of the SGPT. And from here what I'll do is I'll just say nmap, and I'll type enter. And what it will do, it will fetch all the things from the from the chat GPT, and what is the definition of the network mapper, which is an nmap, right? And it will gonna provide you all the details inside your terminal only, okay? And you can use this command, like you can use this information in order to perform your attacks and everything. It will gonna demonstrate you in a proper manner how an nmap work, how an nmap is built, and everything you need to know about it. And you can if you don't want any more information about it, you can simply do control Z in your control shift Z in your keyboard. It will gonna end this process, or maybe you can use a control Z. It will also gonna stop or eliminate the process, right? And it will gonna provide you the information until it will gonna finish. And as you can see, this is finished now. So I'll just clear these things up, and what I'll do is I'll again go back and try to supply different thing. Like I wanted to know more about the dig command, right? I don't know anything about dig or a netstat, right? So I'll just say dig command. What is a dig, right? Not a tick, right? This is a dig command. Basically it is used in Linux, and it will tell you what is the use of this command and why we use this command. Basically I think this was also be written in Golangs as well, because as you can see, it was a bit slower than a Golang, because Python is a bit slower, as we all know that. And I'll just eliminate this process because I don't want to waste our time. So instead of dig, I'll just say netstat. I think it will gonna provide us information about it. Okay, so it was working fine, like everything, but it was a bit slower. So I thought it should be written in Golang or Rust or something like that. Anyways, so by Control Z, you can eliminate the process or suspend the process in between. You can also do a bunch of stuff, like not only you can ask him for the tools, you can ask him for another things, like what is this, like if I supply him what should I supply, if I address something like in today I had addressed something like what I can say is a buffer overflow. Okay, a buffer overflow. I don't know what about buffer overflow. So I'll just see what is a buffer overflow, and what it will do is it will fetch all the details of the buffer overflow, and it will gonna provide me the desired input of the buffer overflow. Or I can use it as a like what is a SQL injection, what is a what is a man in the middle attack, what is anything, like whatever you use to supply it inside the Google, it will do that inside your terminal itself. You don't have to move yourself to Google or anything like that, right? So it was not working, but if I say SQL injection, it will definitely gonna work, I guess. Or maybe it will not work due to some reasons of the privacy policies and something like that. Maybe this will not work, but in general it will gonna work. It will provide you the definition of it as well, right? Anyways, so this is going to work like a gem, but I think it should be a bit faster, but this is what it is. So I'll just clear this thing up, and next what we have is a shell, which is the main thing inside this tool, right? So I'll just remove the prompt from here, and I'm going to use the shell. Okay, so this is going to be the syntax for the shell, and inside this double quotes we are going to supply everything, right? So now I'm going to do is I wanted the Shell GPT to provide me the details of how I'm able to scan all the ports, right? So I'll just say how to scan all ports using in nmap, right? Or anabu, or anyways, I'll just say nmap. So how I can scan all the ports, and as you can see over here, it has written nmap tag p, which was stands for scanning the all ports, and then the target. And if I execute it like that, it will gonna crash the tool, because I haven't provided the target IP address over here. I'll just show you how it works basically. Okay, so I had provided the which was for execution of this command, but because I haven't supplied the IP address, it didn't work. Okay, so if you wanted to do that, you can copy out this from here, supply this into your terminal, and inside that what you can do is you can supply and something like the IP address, which is going to be something like this. Okay, so this is how it works basically. So what else I can do with that? First of all, so let's assume that we haven't used a Linux before. Like, this is our first time that when you are using a Linux, right? And we don't know a whole bunch of stuff about Linux, like how things work in Linux and how to move, what are the commands in Linux, and how to move things from here and there and so on, right? So in order to do that, like Linux had different commands for everything, right? Like for instance, if I say I wanted to know who is the current user, and I don't know about it, right? Because there are like bunch of users in the Linux, right? So I don't know who's the current user of the system. So what I'll do is I'll just ask him with the with the Shell GPT, and what will I'll supply it like who is the current user, who is the current user, who is the current user. I'll press enter over here, and I assume that it will provide me the information of the user. It had supplied us the command for that. I'll just press on E, which will gonna execute this command. And as you can see over here, my machine, my username is Kali over here, and as you can see over here, it was written over here, the Kali. Okay, and E stands for execution, D stands for describe, and A stands for about. I had tried this D, but it didn't work for me. But if you I don't know, there is a 503 error every time I used to execute this command, but in some cases, in sometime it works, sometime it didn't. So I don't rely on the describe feature. Instead of the describe feature, I use the chat feature, the chat option, instead of the shell option over here. Okay, so you can also use that. As you can see over here, it was not working, and even if it was working, it was throwing me a 503 error, which was for a server not found, something like that. Okay, anyways, I'll just clear things up real quick from here, and from here, now what else I can do with that, right? So instead of, now I know how I can know how to like SGPT had done it for me, right? And it had showed me what is the current user of my system. I haven't done anything. I just supplied normal normal question, which is I just have in my mind, right? So next, what I have in my mind is what if I wanted to know what is the current working directory which I'm inside it, because I'm from the Windows, right? And there are like C drive, D drive, E drive, and many more. So I wanted to know what is the current directory where I am right now. So how come I able to do that? Like I need to ask the Shell GPT for that as well, right? So I'll just say, what is the current directory, and I'll type enter over here, and let's see if it provide us the correct information or not. Okay, so we need to wait, or I think I should be providing only the current directory, maybe okay, so it had provided me the output, but as you can see, as I told you, this was written in the Python. It may be slow, but it will provide you the results, right? And if I type E now, and as you can see, I'm in my home and the Kali. Okay, so this is the command for listing the printing working directory, which is going to be home and Kali. Okay, so I'll clear this thing up from here, and what I'll do is, now I know how like who is the user. Now I know where I am right now, right? And as you can see, if you are working in even if you are a seasoned professional or something like that, and if you're using if you are able to get inside someone else's computer or someone else's system here, where you can use this pip module and you're able to install that, and after that you are able to know how like like who is the user, and if you are in a dumb shell, I guess, if you're in a dumb shell maybe, and you don't know who is the user, you don't know what are the permission, then this tool is very useful over there, right? So let's assume that you are a beginner and you are you're moving around like along with the way, right? So like I don't know how to list directories in the files, right? I'll use the SGPT for that as well. So I'll just say list the files. I'll just say it like that. Okay, list the files, because I wanted to list down the files. And as you can see over here, this is the ls command, which stands for listing the files in the current directory, right? I'll just execute this command, and as you can see over here, it has listed all the files inside this directory, which is going to be an home Kali directory, okay, in this instance. So I'll just clear this thing up. I'll just use this command as well, but now instead of listing the file, I want to list all the files, including the hidden files as well. So I'll just say list all the files. When what it will do is it will provide me the information, but it didn't. So I'll just abort it. I think I need to change list all the files, long list all the files. I guess it will work like that, I guess. Let's see if it works or not. Okay, and as you can see over here, it has provided us the long list of the things, right? And as you can see over here, this was long listing all the files, including the details of the files as well, like the permissions and the groups and the file size, file creation date, and so on, right? Anyways, so now we know how to check for the current working directory. Now we know who is the current user. Now we know how to list the directory, how we know how to long list the directories as well, right? So what I need to do is we will go back again to Shell GPT real quick, and from here what I'll do is I'm going to ask him for, like, if I wanted to search something, right? If I wanted to search something inside my system, like I wanted to find the binary of the file, something like that. So I'll just say search for the nmap, right? I wanted to find out where the nmap binary files are, right? So let's search for nmap. So I'll just say sgpt tag shell, and then inside the double quote I'll just supply the search nmap, and let's wait until it will provide us the information about it, right? And okay, so it has shows us the man page of the nmap instead of that, but I think this was also a great thing which I wanted to address in the future slides, but anyways, I'll just, if I execute it, and it will gonna open the nmap things for us, right? I'll just queue over it because I don't want to use it. And as you can see, you can use also I can search it for the Metasploit, I can search it for netstat and everything. The man pages, if the program or the application does have the man pages, it will gonna list it out for us, right? So I'll just clear these things up, and I'll just again supply the things, but in a different manner. So I'll just say search nmap. What I'll say is a binary, right? Binary files. Let's see if it provides us that. Okay, not this one, because this was a bit advanced, which I don't want to address in this video. So search nmap files, maybe. Let's see if it work or not. This one again. This was advanced. So I'll use something else. Nmap files, maybe. Search for nmap files, or maybe search for nmap. I think it should work. And if something didn't work for you, you can also do that. Not this one. What you can do is you can use a simpler manner, and you can elaborate it further. Like, let's say search for nmap. Search for nmap files, maybe something like this. Not this one. I want a which command basically. So what I'll do is I'll just supply a which command first of all. not this one, not switch. I want which command. Instead of that, I'll use chat. I'll just say prompt, and I'll say enter. And I want a definition of which command is used to locate. Okay, so I'll just use a locate instead of search. So let's go over there, and instead of search, I'll just use locate and map. And let's see if it works. Locate and map. Okay, so this is also a command which I wanted to address in this video, which is going to be a locate and map. And if I press on execute, what it will do is it will gonna list down all the things related to the nmap, and it will provide me the details of it, right? And as you can see over here, these are all the nmap files that are like related to the nmap and everything like that, right? So I'll just clear out this. Still, I'm not getting the command what I want, but still you need to find it out. So locate nmap, I'll just say locate something like that. Still not working. Anyways, I'll just supply this thing because I wanted to list down the binaries of the file. I'll just say which nmap is going to use this like that. And what it does is it will provide me the information of where the file are getting stored in my system. How come I do that is something like this. Okay, so as you can see, I just maybe something like that, or I can use something else. I have to go over, okay, over here. So here I can find an nmap. Okay, so this is going to be an nmap application, which is inside the where it is. It's inside the user bin, right, where all the program are stored, system programs. Anyways, so this is the command which I wanted to address in this video, but I'm unable to do that. Anyways, so we'll move forward to another command which I'm going to address in this video. Anyways, let's go to our home directory real quick, and from here again let's go to our shell GPT. Anyways, so instead of instead of a locate command, what I can do is what if I need to find out something. Okay, I need to find out an nmap, right? Where is an nmap? So I'll just say find nmap, and what it does is it will find out where the nmap is located inside my system, right? So let's see. And it also does, what it does is it will gonna search with all inside my all system, and as well as I can also use a find command to in a really advanced manner. Like I can use it for like only fetching the desired information what I wanted, right, inside my system. Because if you can say, talk about the locate command, what a locate command does is it will gonna fetch the files inside your system named as a nmap. But what a find command can do is it will gonna it will gonna fetch the details, and inside the files as well it will gonna fetch the details from it, right? And this is going to be a huge command. So find nmap directories, maybe I can use find nmap directories, maybe this will work. Directory, this one. And if you have done somewhere, if you have done some kind of a typo mistake, it will not gonna pop you out that you have done a tremendous mistake. Because as you are aware of it, you in the shell, if you do some mistakes, it will gonna prompt you that yeah, there was some mistake with the syntax or something like that, right? And as you can see over here, it was the nmap. If you execute this command, it will search for the directories which are specifically for the nmaps. And if I execute this command, not this one, this one, if I execute this command, it will gonna list all the things related to the nmap, right? And as you can see over here, this is the nmap all the way till the end of the system, right? So I'm just gonna suspend this because I don't want to waste our time, right, in finding the files. Anyways, so we had covered a bunch of stuff till now, so let's move ahead with the another thing which we can do with this one, right? So now what if I don't want I don't know how to list down the processes, right, in the shell, in the Linux, right? So what am I going to do is I'm going to ask the Shell GPT to do it for me, right? So I'm going to say what are the running processes in my system, or say running process only. if you make it a short and simple, it will gonna give you the not the relevant information, but if you elaborate it in a proper manner, it will provide you the correct information to it, right? So I'll just say running processes. I'll press on enter over here, and let's see if it provides us the detail. Okay, so this is the correct information. I'll just say execute over here, and it will list down all the active working processes in my system. Okay, as you can see over here. So what I'll do is now what I'll do is I will create a new process right now. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just start a new server, which is going to be an maybe I'll start MSF console right over here. MSF console. So it is going to take a while, but let's see. So until it was getting started, what I'll do is I'll just create a new instance, and what I'll do is I'll expand it a bit. Okay, so now from here what I'll do is I'm going to ask it for if this will start. Okay, so this has started, so I'll just close this instance real quick, so because it's started, right? So let's wait until this Metasploit framework got started, and also the PostgreSQL got started, right? Let's start the PostgreSQL side by side. What is the command of it? I don't remember, so I'll use my Shell GPT for that. I'll just say sgpt and tag what is going to be an shell command for starting PostgreSQL server. Start PostgreSQL. Let's see if it provide me the correct information, and it does. Okay, service PostgreSQL start. I'll just say execute to it, and I need to provide my sudo password for that. I'll just say okay, this is going to be my sudo password, and from here what I'll do is I think I had provided the correct password. Why it's not working? Okay, it's working now. And if I see service PostgreSQL status should work, right? Okay, so it's active, as you can see over here. And if I queue over here and clear out this thing, and now what I'll do is I'll again use my sgpt, and I'll list down all the process, right? Running processes, select. I'm going to select the MSF because it was also the running process. As you can see over here, the MSF console is running, right? Just expand it a bit so that you can see over here. Okay, so this is the Metasploitable 6.3.42 dev version, and it was working fine like a gem, right? So from here, as you can see, running process, I'm going to select, and I'm going to supply the name of the process, which is going to be MSF console. I think it is with the MSF console or Metasploit, maybe something like that. What I'll do is I'll just press on enter over here, and it should provide me the detail of it. Okay, so oh my god, this is the command, right? And instead of the entire command, we can also use this command as well. So let's use this command first of all, and let's see what it does. And up wk print $2. No, I don't want this command to be run inside my system. So what I'll do is I can use this command, and over here you can see I'll just close this one, not this one. I'll just minimize this over here. Okay, so as you can see, if I just make it a larger bit, and as you can see, this is the process, the MSF process, and this is going to be the what I can say is the process ID, right? And it had the Shell GPT. What the Shell GPT does is it had listed the running process of by this command, and after that it had supplied the piping, which had this is used to express two command in the single line, right? And what it does is it has separated two commands, and after that it has supplied the grep and the MSF console, because there as you had seen, if you had used the ps aux command, it has supplied a whole bunch of stuff over here, right? And what it does is it only grabbed the MSF console thing from instead of grabbing all the things. So now what I can do is I can kill all the commands from the terminal itself by using that. It is the Shell GPT, right? So I'll just say I'll not want to just kill the process with PID. Not PID is going to be 22491, right? Let's see if it provides me the correct command for it or not. Let's see. So it was taking like a bit longer than usual, but I think it doesn't work. So what I'll do is I'll just say kill the process, this one. Let's see it works or not. Okay, so it had provided me one command. I think this will not gonna work. Let's see if it works. Okay, so it had worked, and as you can see over here, if I just move this aside, and as you can see over here, we are the shell is now terminated. Okay, the MSF shell is now got terminated. What I'll do is let's expand it a bit, clear out some things from here. Okay, so let's see if still the MSF console is running or not. And as you can see over here, there was one more process for the Metasploitable which was running right over here. And what I'll do is I'll just say kill the process with okay, kill the process. It's going to be 25952, right? I'm going to supply this real quick, and from here I'll just say execute to it. Failed no such process. If I go back, so this is not going to work like that. I'll just need to do something like kill tag 9, and what I need to do is provide the new one. 26 failed no such process. Again, do it, and I'll try kill the process again. Okay, so still not working. I'll address this issue later on. So what I'm going to do is I'll just close if I could type it correctly, system PostgreSQL stop. Command not found. Is it a systemctl? Unknown verb PostgreSQL. I'll use my as you can see, I still don't remember the commands, right? So what I'll do is I'll just say PostgreSQL stop. Let's see if it provides me the command. Okay, so let's say okay, this. Okay, so now the PostgreSQL is stopped. Let's see if the status. Okay, this is the systemctl stop PostgreSQL. I'm using it in an improper manner. Systemctl status PostgreSQL. Okay, so it is now disabled. What I can do is I can clear this thing. Okay, so now how we know this also worked for me, and the process which was not getting terminated is still not getting terminated, which I'm going to address it after this video. Anyways, so coming back to our video, what else I can do with this, right? So now I'm going to do is I'm going to create some files, right? Or before that, I'll just wanted to address one more thing, like if we have started a server, right? If we had started a server and it was working on some kind of a port or something like that, so how come I able to stop the port or something like that? So how come I able to know that the port is running or something like that? So I'll just use Python http. I don't remember the command basically. HTTP server, is it the command? Or I'll just use my newly installed software, which is going to be an SGPT. How to start Python server. Okay, I'm going to press enter over here. And okay, so this is going to be the command. I'm going to use E, and as you can see over here, my new what I can say is server, my Python server is started now. I'll just suspend and check to see if my server is still up or running. Okay, so how come I able to do that? My server is running, so let's find out by going clicking on that. I'm going to go into my browser and check to see if it's still working or not. Okay, so it's working now. So what I'll do is I can check. I can do is I can download something from my Kali machine, maybe ls. So what I'll do is I'll copy the call. I'll do it like wget supplying my, and after that I'll just say new file, connect awaited response, and I think I had closed it somehow. Anyways, so coming back to our video, what I'll do is I'll just say I wanted to list down if some ports are open and running, right? So I just say running, active and running ports, active, running, open ports. Okay, let's type enter and check to see if it provides us the information. And as you can see over here, and this is the TCP port which was running on the port 80,000, and I wanted to close this port, right? I wanted to close the ports, right? So I'll just say close active running ports. Okay, so by this command we are able to close the running ports. I'll just copy out this command from here. Okay, so I'm going to abort this and going to supply this command, and instead of here, I'll just say I'm going to apply this on port 80,000. And as you can see over here, this is going to be an process ID of my server. So I'm going to kill it, use applying this over here. And now I'm going to, I can also use like a ps-aux command, but I think this is the proper thing which I can do, right? So if I now do that, you can see there is no command, no active ports or on my system, right? So what next we can do with that? Okay, so let's see, let's assume that we don't know Linux, right? And we wanted to create some folders inside our directory. So first of all, what I'll do is I'll just move myself to desktop, and from here what I'll do is I wanted to create a new directory, right? A new folder. So I'll go back again to my SGPT, and from here what I'll do is create a folder, name folder as unnamed as a new folder maybe. I type enter over here, and let's see if it does. Okay, so as you can see over here, this is the command to create a new folder. If I press on execute over here in the desktop, you can see not this one page. I'll just close this one as well, right? And as you can see, there is a new folder now, okay, named as a new folder. So now what I need to do is I wanted to create a file as well, right? I'll just create a file, and what I'll do is instead of folder, I'll just say a file instead of a folder, and I will name it as a new file. Okay, so let's see if it provide me the proper syntax and the command for it. Create a file, new file, or I can just say create file, new file maybe. Let's see if it didn't work like that. Let's see if it works. Okay, so this is the command for creating a new file. As you can see over here, this is the touch command for new file. I'll just execute it, and if I go back into my terminal, my desktop, you can see this is the new file which got created right over here. Okay, so what I can do now is I wanted to move. What if I wanted to move this file, right, which is over here? I wanted to move this new file into this folder, which is going to be the new folder. So how come I able to do that? Before moving the file, I just wanted to copy this file, right? I just wanted to copy, sorry about that. I wanted to copy this file, right? I wanted to copy this file into the new folder. So I'll just say copy new file into the new folder, into new folder. Okay. Oh, sorry, I had done some stupid mistake. Oh, okay, the new folder. Again, new file. Let's see if it provide me the correct one. Okay, so this is the command which will copy this file named as new file into this folder. So what am I going to do is I'm going to execute this command, and let's see if it did work or not. And if I go inside this new folder, you can see the new file is here. Okay, coming back again to the terminal, clear these things up, right? And now what I need to do is, we had seen the copy thing, right? Now what we need is we need to move this file instead of copying this file. So instead of copying, I'll just say move new file into a new folder, right? Just press on enter over here real quick, and you can see over here, this is the command which we'll use to move the files, right? I'll just execute this command real quick, and if I go back again to my desktop, you can see the file is now vanished from here. And if I go over in the folder, you can see the new file is over here. Okay, so again, coming back to a terminal. Now what I can do is assume that I wanted to rename a file. Like I wanted to rename the file. Let's go into our new folder first of all, and you can see the file is named as a new file. I wanted to name this as a new file 1, right? So instead of new file, I'll just say rename new file into new file 1. Okay, so I had done the mistake over here, but I think it will gonna ignore this because it was using Chat GPT. It will gonna work as fine. Okay, so this is the command for renaming the file. As you can see, the file which was previously was new file, and now I'm going to rename it as a new file 1, right? I'll just execute this command by clicking on E and typing it in, enter. I'll just type in ls now, and as you can see, the file is now renamed as a new file 1, right? Okay, let's clear this thing up. And now what I need to do is I wanted to delete this file, right? So how come I able to do that? And with the help of using the Shell GPT, I just say I wanted to remove this file, and what it does is it will not this one, new file 1, type enter. I wanted to remove this file from my system, right? Let's see if it work or not. As you can see over here, there is a command which will remove the new file one, and I'm going to execute this command. And if I ls now, you can see there is no file named as new file one, right? So let's create another file because I wanted to demonstrate you a new thing, right? So I'm going to name it as a new file. And if I ls now, we have a new file again, right? I'll just clear it up, and what I'll do is again go back, and instead of remove, I would say I want to delete. Okay, so I'll just delete a new file one, and the same command is same, but I don't want to do that because I just wanted to elaborate you guys, right? I'll just say a to abort, and what I'll do is I'll go back one step backside, and from here what I'll do is I can show you this is the folder, right, which I wanted to remove entirely. Okay, so let's go to our shell, and I just say remove directory named as a new folder, or you can use a folder as well, right? You can use remove folder, new folder, something like that, right? This is just for the demonstration purpose. You can play around with it in a different manner. Okay, so this is the command which will gonna remove the entire directory, including the files inside it. As you can see over here, it was using a tag r, which was for the recursively. It says like the meaning of this is it will gonna remove everything recursively, no matter what inside the folder, right? So I'm going to execute it, and as you can see over here, now we don't have a folder named as a new folder over here. Okay, let's clear this thing up, and now what I can do is let's create some little small programs, and with the help of Shell GPT. Okay, so how we are able to do that? Like, I'll just say write a program to say hello world in bash. Okay, so it will gonna create a program in bash, and if I execute this program, as you can see over here, it was getting printed inside my terminal, right? So what I'll do is I'll just say create a new file, which is going to be a touch new file over here, and what I'll do is I'll just use my nano editor to paste that thing inside my new file, right? I'll just use my nano editor, which is going to be a nano, not this one, this one. You can use Vim as well, Vim or something like that, but I'm assuming that we are beginners, right? So we don't use Vim, and you can also use a mouse pad or something like that to do so, but this is also very simple. Anyways, so now I have something inside my file, right? So what I'll do is I'll go back again, and I'll just say my program to show what's inside my file named as a new file, not this one, this one. So let's see if it does provide me a correct thing or not, right? It was not working. Anyways, show what's show the content of file new file. Maybe this will work. Let's see if it provide me the correct command for it. As I already mentioned it earlier, this thing is a bit slower because it was written in Python, And as you can see, this is the command for it. I'll just execute it, and as you can see, this is my program, my little small program, which is going to be an echo hello world. Okay, so as you can see over here, I have my file inside my working directory, which is going to be a new file. So in order to execute this, I need to rename it, right? So in order to rename it, I can I'll use again my Shell GPT, and I'll just rename it into an executable format, which is going to be a .shell, which is going to be for the bash. So I'll just say rename my file, which is going to be a new file, into a new file .sh, right? Let's rename it, and I can use the command directly, but I wanted to this video is all about the Shell GPT, right? So I'll just use it in that manner. If I ls now, you can see this is nif file.sh, and I think I'd crashed something. So instead of nif file, I have used this. I need to use this one, new file. Okay, I'd made a bit smaller mistake over here, but I had repaired it. So now my file is new file.sh. Okay, and I can execute it by using this command, right? Sudo, and using the bash over here. I'm sorry about that, guys. Bash, and then after that I can use a new file.sh, right? Like that. I can use this command to execute the file here, but instead of doing that, I wanted this file to be executed with the /, right? Just like the other program does. So if I do that, as you can see over here, this is a permission denied error. So how I'm able to fix that? Okay, so for that, I'll just use the SGPT for that as well. So instead of that, what I'll do is I'll say provide executable permission to my file, right? To new file .sh. This is the file name which I had given, and as you can see, this is the file, this is the permission which I'm talking about. And chmod, what a chmod does is it will give you the permission, and +x is give you the full permission to this file, right? And you can see you can also use a different thing like 755 or something like that, but for this video I'm not going to address this, because this is something which will take some time, right? So I'll just use tag e to execute this, and if I ls now, you can see the new file.sh is now getting reflected in green, right, instead of white. And if I ls tag la, you can see over here, this is the permission I'm talking about, and this is the read and write permission given to new file.sh. And now if I try to supply this, it will gonna work like a gem, right? So this is how this works basically. So I'll just say clear to this, and now what we'll do is we will try to zip and unzip some files, right? So how am I able to do that is I'll just say I wanted to zip a file called is a new file.sh, a new file. Sorry about that, I was using tab from on here, not getting worked. Anyways, so I'm going to zip this file, and why I'm going to zip this file, because this file, I want this file to be zipped, because I wanted to compress this file, I wanted to archive this file, and bunch of stuff. I'll use it by the help of this zip, right? So I'll just say this was working, so I'll just zip file new file.sh. Maybe this will work. Okay, so this will gonna zip my file into this new file.zip, right? So I'll just execute this command, and as you can see, it was stored in my system. And if I go back, you can see new file.zip is created over here. I can also unzip this file like that, and by the help of Let's unzip, right? And if we are able to do that using the Shell GPT, or we can use just the UN. Okay, so this is it, and this is what I am talking about. This is the command which we can use to do so, right? So we can, it was the prompt, we can replace a new file.sh, yes, no, all, none, rename. So I'll just say yes, not Y, it's not A, it's Y. So let's go back again, and you can see now we have this file over here which was executable, right? Okay, so let's go back and try with another tool which is named as a gzip for Linux. And how we will do that is I'll just say this and I'll try to execute this, and no such file or directory. Oh, sorry about that, I misspelled it. Anyways, I'll just say sh instead of this, and I'll just say execute. And if I go back, and you can see over here, now my file is from sh, it has become new file.sh.gz, and this was zipped as well, right? If I go back, and we can use gunzip to unzip it, right? Gunzip file new sh to do so. Okay, so I can execute this command, no such file, or okay, so I have not mentioned gz over here, so this is the reason. Anyways, I'll just execute this. Still no file. Am I doing some mistake? Okay, so it has worked, but it prompted me like it didn't work. Okay, so this is going to be an the beginner high level overview of using an SGPT. I'm going to create a different video for the intermediate peoples, and like how a privilege escalation works, and how you can how we can scale this application in a different manner to use it in a very effective way, right? And if you like this video, guys, so this is the entire thing which I wanted to address in this video. And if you do like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel for more tutorials. Bye bye.